There it is. Hopefully this works. Hello, hello. Okay, goodness gracious. No, it was just me. Gnarly, I appreciate you. I do apologize. I'm going to get into this whole thing. This is a brand new show, and something like that we're going to hopefully get into and do in the future. So thank you guys for being here and being patient. This is going to be a little bit of a learning experience here. As you can tell, I'm kind of in a black void. There is zero things going on around me. That will change. That is definitely going to change. Today today is going to be the first episode of something we're going to move on with called Split Screen. It is something I've always wanted to do, something I've done in the past, kind of with podcasts. Of course, I didn't do any video recording or anything like that. Also, gnarly, hello. Hey, Kika, thanks so much. Hello, welcome to you too. So I just wanted to Hermes has been a big part of the channel for me. 90 to 99% of the stuff that you see on the channel is going to be done by Hermes and things like that. So I wanted to make sure that he was the first person I brought on here, because he's got a bunch of new things coming out, new adventures, new things he's going to be doing and working towards, which should be a lot of fun. But if you don't mind, I think Hermes, you should be on. So if you want to go ahead and kind of introduce yourself, let you know, and tell people what you're into and all that good stuff, that'd be great.
Sure. First off, hello, Beach. Thank you for having me. I'm Hermes. I'm a variety streamer, mostly doing art on the Twitch platform for things like Beach and stuff like that. I'm apparently super quiet, Beach.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out right now. And that should be changed.
All right. Sound better?
Maybe a little bit better, yeah. Well, I'm gonna try. Yeah, if you could speak up, that'd be fantastic, because I'm gonna figure it out in the meantime.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sounds good. But yeah, I do art and various games such as like Stardew Valley, Minecraft, and different games like that. And also in the future, I'm going to be playing games and then doing art for like emotes and stuff like that for different streamers based on that game that I play at that time. So it should be a good time. Should be
Awesome. Fantastic. One thing I do know, we can hear him. It's just a bit quiet. Okay. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to work onto it. Make sure I can make this happen. We did run tests, but for whatever reason, as we all know how technology kind of goes, I'm going to see if I can get him up there a little bit, because we are.
How is this? Am I breaking your guys' ears now? I just cranked myself.
I think that sounds pretty good on my end, but again, I said that could be just because I'm looking at something a little bit different. You can turn them up on Discord. Yeah, that's what I did, but let me double check. Let me double check here. I want to make sure that we can do that.
Thank you guys for your help, as this is something new.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely don't have the facilities for this, but that's okay. Do I have a mixer? Yes, normally I do, but I have everything cranked right now, so I'd have to figure out if something's. I've got my ear trumpet thing that I use. We don't really have a mixer, but maybe we can figure it out now. I would say you're both kind of quiet, but still audible, though. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, cool. I'm gonna turn myself up. I'll see if that helps my case a little bit. Hopefully, if not, then we'll get it figured out. We will get this all muted and not muted, but we'll get it all ironed out in the future for different episodes. Hermes, we'll have you back again, of course. You're probably going to be a regular anyways. So,
hey, that sounds good. That sounds good to me.
Good deal. Okay, so maybe this is going to help. All right, so Hermes, a couple things I wanted to talk to you about is you kind of have a new endeavor, which you can see kind of on your wall, which I love that it's in your camera view. I wanted to ask you about it. But you have an art pad, I guess you will, that you kind of made a sizable purchase, if you will. I wanted you to kind of touch on stuff. Yeah. I wanted you to touch on that because you have a big adventure coming up with the direction of your going in your channel, which you mentioned a little bit ago. I wanted to see if you could touch on the things that you're going to be working on and things that you want to include in your art, things that you want to do, services that you want to offer. For your, I think it's Akumu Digital, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's kind of the name you kind of decided and ran with it. I love it.
Yes, indeed.
So yeah, thank you for the follow, by the way, Kika. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Also, hello, Kip. I just wanted to see if you are. Yeah, go ahead, touch on that stuff. I want to know what you're into, what your art focuses are going to be, and things like that.
Cool. Well, I am starting Akumu Digital. The basis is going to be next level design assets for streamers, creators, and brands.
Okay.
And that can be things from like webcam borders all the way to starting soon screen animations. Be right back is something I really want to focus on because a lot of people need their be right back screens, and to make it like super cool, maybe like show some clips in them and like really show what the channel's about while they're away from the camera
Okay.
would be a really good idea that I think more
Right.
people should jump onto.
I understand.
Um, so yeah, more streaming assets as well as helping smaller time content creators build their brand and just get a foothold here on Twitch
I got you. Okay.
or Facebook gaming or YouTube.
Yeah,
Hang your hat.
you're not necessarily exclusive to Twitch. You're just kind of like, hey, I'll help anybody and anybody who's trying to grow.
Absolutely.
Which is great, which is cool. I think that's a lot more people. I know there's a lot of artists out there. Is there anything that you feel like separates you from others?
I feel like the thing that separates me from others is I will always be honest with you. If there's someone
That's true.
I think,
That's so
yeah.
true. I love it.
If there's someone I think can do something better than myself, I'm going to point you in their direction.
That's
I'm going to
cool.
give them a shout out and
Yeah,
make sure you are working with the right people to get your brand where it needs to be.
right. I got you. That's cool. Do you have any? So, uh, probably not the best question to ask somebody who is trying to sell themselves to other people. But what do you think would be your weakest area that you might not like? Hey, I don't really excel in this, but on the other hand, this thing I absolutely knock out of the park.
Oh, that is probably easy. I'm trying to learn as it is a new art form for me. I'm
Right.
trying to learn emotes. Just because when you are making an emote, you are designing something that's going to be incredibly small.
Right. Okay. I
And so
understand.
you lose a lot of detail while trying to make an emote. And color choices, stuff like that, is stuff I'm currently trying to learn through various tutorials as well as
Got you.
people that I talk to that
I
are
understand.
similar to me in that realm.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I understand. Yeah. That's one thing I've noticed is, and you've done a couple for me as well, is it is difficult if you use, for example, the direction I went and that you and I talked about was going in a more realistic with obviously just taking an image of me and putting it towards any of the other stuff is, or putting it towards like, common emotes that are used. For example, the beach lull and all that kind of stuff almost
Yes.
identically looks like the other one, which is the purpose. I'm not trying to get around that. But even those, sometimes I tried doing one myself and it just completely looked like trash. Oh, hello, dog. My dog is barking to somebody. That's great. That is perfect timing. Classic.
We're live to hard drive.
Yeah,
here,
there it
man.
is.
Welcome to Twitch.
But so yeah, you've done a couple for Daddy Crit, I think, right? Most recently.
Yep.
I know you've
We
got
worked on
Go
Daddy
ahead.
Crit branding.
Nice. Okay. I know that you are doing an Etsy account
Yes.
soon.
Yep.
So
currently working on getting that set up. It's still pretty early stages as I was trying
Right.
to figure out branding for myself and Akumu Digital.
I got you. Well, yeah,
It's the hardest thing, figuring out branding for yourself, because
Yep.
you want that to be perfect and you're the artist who typically does branding for other people.
Exactly. Yes, you're like,
Yeah.
what do I want to nail it down to what I love. Wait a minute. Usually people are giving me what they love in their direction, and then you kind of knock it out of the park. Exactly. No,
Typically, I'm not the idea man.
Yeah, exactly. Usually you're the execution behind the idea. I love it.
Right.
I did want to talk about upcoming games. I know you're kind of transitioning from art, or going into art and then from video games, but also dabbling a little bit of games that make you excited, things you're looking forward to.
Yeah.
Is there one game coming out this year that you're kind of like, holy shit, I have got to play that. I'm gonna get it on day one. I'm gonna pay full price. I'm gonna spend 8 hours the first day that I get it. You know what I mean? Is there a game like that coming out soon?
Absolutely. That game would be Back for Blood.
Yes.
Or Left 4 Dead 3, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever people want to call it. And that's October 12th, right? Is that
I think
October
so.
12th?
After their pushback, which is if you need to do that for a game, do it.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. And I think all developers need to kind of adopt that. Right. They need to just be like, hey, our game's not going to be ready. I'm not going to say a cyberpunk, but I will say a cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Um, Nobody wants that to happen again, and it's unfortunate that it did because you had a lot of people who worked extremely hard for that. Um,
I also think that was the biggest learning experience in the industry for not just CD Project Red, but
right.
also everyone around them. You don't
Yes.
want to release something that's not finished
Right. So
because it won't be received well.
you kind of go from The Witcher 3, right, which is regarded as almost one of the, I will say, one of the greatest RPGs. I won't say greatest games of all time because obviously it depends on what you like. Um, but I will say that they kind of got knocked off a pedestal, right? Not, I mean, getting a little off
Oh,
topic, but I mean, they went from The Witcher 3 was regarded as one of the greatest uh, RPGs of all time to potentially, redeeming and taking that over, but then um, just completely falling flat with Cyberpunk, right?
absolutely.
Man, that's
I
insane.
completely agree.
They went from up here, up top of the mountain, to be like one of the greatest developers, most respected developers at least, to one of the, and I don't even want to say developers because I feel like that was more executive stuff. That was kind of
Oh,
decisions were made
absolutely.
there. They're like, you
The
know what, throw it out
the
there.
push for the game to like we need to get this out now.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right,
it
right.
was just
And I was one that was behind that game specifically. Is I've got, if I look over here at my shelf of just like collectible stuff that I have, I had pop figures before the game came out. I bought the controller before the game came out. I even bought like this limited edition collector's box that had a bunch of crap that I was never going to use. Right. So it was just one of
right.
those things where um, I bought all the stuff before the game was released, and lo and behold, here we are, right? And the
Right.
game
Yes.
didn't, and I'm playing it now for the first time, what, 8 months, no, 6 months after the game originally came out, which, if
Yeah.
given everything I purchased, but I know you played it at launch on the Series S, right?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Did you have any problems?
Uh, I had problems, yes, but I still love the game for what it is.
Got you. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
that's my standpoint on the whole thing.
were there any game breaking bugs? Like, did you figure out to, like, oh, I just lost 2 hours of gameplay?
There was one
Okay.
where, uh, so I loaded into this mission, after you like wait until day, and then as I loaded in, everybody was under the map, couldn't do anything.
All the NPCs?
All the NPCs had loaded under the map. Like, because you know how you can see their outline? They
Yeah.
were all underneath the map.
That's kind of neat. So you had the entire city kind of, well, at least in that area that rendered, or was it
Below
everybody?
itself.
Where, so you had, no matter if you drove down the road, they were still below the map.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That is actually that would be, I would love to see a recording of 0 NPCs. Wouldn't that be neat? Oh man, I wish you would have got that on video. That would have been really cool.
I should have, man. I should
That
have.
would have been great. Kind of reining it back a little bit more on topic, because that's going to happen probably more so than I'd like to admit. But your direction of art, is there anything you excel in? Like, normally you've got the cartoon aspect, you've got do you think you kind of excel more in the logo marketing aspect, or do you think,
Absolutely.
so you think,
I would say that's more branding and figuring that stuff out is more my speed.
okay, so you're looking at, so like you mentioned before, be right back screens, you're starting soon stuff, even the layout of a just chatting, which is absolutely fantastic. I love your new one, by the way.
Thank you.
So that's kind of your angle. It's more style and things like that of, your be right back, where you don't want anything to be out of place. You want everything to have a reason of where it's at and why it's there. And
Exactly.
look good at the same point. Okay, so that's a little bit of a cool angle to take as well. I would say that sets you kind of apart from most people. They're just like, hey, here's your emotes, here's the 3 sizes, and let's move on. You're more like, hey, I would love to help you get everything figured out as far as placement.
Yeah,
You'd agree?
I'm going to have open dialogue with you. That's
Cool.
where I excel.
Cool.
Is helping you figure out what you need to thrive.
Right. Okay. Well, I really like that. That's different. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out what sets you apart from everybody else because we've mentioned that there are an endless list of people out there who do emotes, who make the logos and do the 3D art and that kind of stuff. So finding ways that you're different than everybody else is fantastic. I think that's really cool. Um, I did want to talk to you about, and I did want to ask you about Minecraft. Um,
Yes.
I I'm a person who hasn't played Minecraft in 5 years, 5 7 years, something like that. It's been an awful
Yeah.
long time. At least seriously. I mean, I'll jump in and check something out and then move on. But what's got you so excited about Minecraft coming up?
So Minecraft is going to be releasing a major update, the Caves and Cliffs update, in which the entire meta of the game is going to be changing. And I love Minecraft because it helps an artist build worlds that they can survive and thrive in.
Okay.
And it just brings I don't know, it just brings a new outlook and a new area in which you can immerse yourself in. And it's like I mean it's it's 2D art, but it's in a 3D world,
Okay. Yeah, yeah. That's what, and
and
it's
like
hard. It's hard for me to. Granted, I won't. I'm not going to sit here and say that I was above Minecraft, but I absolutely fell in love when I first played it on the Xbox. I don't know when that would have been. Long time ago. Anyways, I'm old, but um, it would have been a long time ago. Yeah, so I fell in love with the game. Everybody says, well, it looks so simple, and you just get lost, right? You can just walk straight and get absolutely lost in your destination of where you're going because you literally don't know what the block beneath the one you're walking on even is, right? I think that's part
right.
of the draw for that. So what's the new update? What's the new update even going to bring to it? Because that's where I'm disconnected. Is I don't know what they could add to actually bring me back in.
Um so when you think Minecraft, you think mining down, and you're going to mine a staircase to help you get down into more rock where you can just mine around. Well, in this new update, just as everything on the surface is like vibrant, you can run into hills, you could run into a giant lake, uh, beach, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Well, now you're going to have that variety, but underground, and you can run into caverns, you can run into geodes that are giant, and you have to mine out. You could run into abandoned mine shafts are getting redone. There's also I forget the actual name of it, so don't quote me on this, but
Right.
there's going to be like an Underdark. So like there's going to be like enemies down there that you have to fight to get the good loot and stuff like that. It's very similar if you know the underworld in Terraria, kind
Okay.
of similar to that in a sense.
Gotcha. Okay. So they're introduced. So instead of top level, you're almost looking at uh underground. This is a giant underground update, more or less. Than they've
Yes.
got all the
Yep.
different biomes and things like that. So that's really cool. Okay, so that's at least something new.
Yeah. As
To
far as tech goes, they're now able to have 3D biomes. So the biome that might be above you on the surface is going to be completely separate from the biome that's below you.
oh, okay. So oh man, that's actually that's really that's
Yeah,
really
support
interesting.
for 3D biomes is very cool.
Right. That's really neat. Okay. And that comes out when?
This summer.
I should.
I don't
You
know
know
that
what's
they've.
funny? I should know that, but because of my wife. But
Yeah,
I don't.
I don't know
I'll
that
be
there's a
honest.
release date yet.
Right.
They did say it's coming out in 2 parts. That was the most recent news.
Huh. Okay. Recent parts. Okay, that's right. My wife did tell me about that. See, you got to remember those things. Um, I will say that. So those would be. Wait, that comes out this summer. So you're telling me that those are probably Back for Blood and Minecraft probably the most anticipated things this year.
For myself, yeah.
No, you're speaking. Sorry, you're speaking for everybody right
Yeah,
now.
everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah, get on that, guys.
nail it in. Minecraft and Back for Blood. That's it. Um, awesome. So, also, by the way, I don't want to let anybody in chat. If you guys want to ask a question or have a question, that's obviously going to be okay. I will try my best to get them into them. and kind of let him know, yeah, hey, this is what X and XYZ thinks. What do you think? What do you got to comment on that, sir? Add the pressure as much as I can would kind of is the whole point.
I did see in chat what the draw is to Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to talk?
Yeah, no, knock it out for sure. I would love to.
So my draw to Minecraft, again speaking personally, is the members of the Hermitcraft server. If anybody's familiar with them, giant shout out to them because they're what really got me into it. But they create a base an MMO in Minecraft. They've got a shopping center. They have giant mega bases that are like hundreds of blocks tall, and all of that is done in survival Minecraft. And
Right.
it's very
Okay.
it's very lightly modded, so like their mods don't help them in any way. It's more like you can stand armor figures certain way and stuff like that.
Okay.
And yeah, it just building an immense world that you can get lost in is something that's very cool and very particular to that game, and you can't really get that anywhere else.
Huh. Okay. So how? And here's my question: is somebody who
Yeah.
is not in the Minecraft aspect, and I'm not trying to make this a Minecraft show. I'm trying to, I'm just saying, but I'm very curious, and my mind kind of wanders and has questions. But for somebody, is you said you can't get it anywhere else as somebody on the outside. For example, a game like Rust, where the content is created through the gameplay. Why is Minecraft substantially different than a game like Rust, which is, yes, modernized tech and visuals, but kept killing me in chat. But if it's not in the you know what I mean, upgraded visuals, why is Minecraft consistently stayed at the point and set itself apart, like you've mentioned, as somebody who doesn't get it myself?
Yeah, I completely see the comparison too, as someone who has put 141 hours into Rust. But I think Minecraft stands itself out because no matter what age you are, it's never too late to get into Minecraft. It's something that families can play together because kids can understand it as well as parents.
That's a good point. You don't want your kids necessarily playing Rust.
Yeah, probably not.
Fair.
At least set up the nudity filter.
Yeah, at least make the underwear permanent, right? That's all you got to do. That's fair. I get it. Okay. That makes sense, because you see that there's just an endless supply of sandbox games, is what I like to call them.
It's what it is.
Okay, so you see that there's a tremendous amount of sandbox games out there. Minecraft just consistently is always one of the not just out of sandbox games, but one of the most popular games ever in general, right? It's just no matter what, YouTube
it stands as the most sold game of all time.
That's crazy. It is absolutely nuts. Granted, yes, you have every aspect, every avenue, every platform that you can get Minecraft on, which is fantastic. All right, I'm getting off the Minecraft train. I apologize to everybody who is in here for the Minecraft show, but we're gonna
maybe next interview it's the Minecraft show. We got that.
Yeah, I'm sure that's already trademarked, but
it is actually.
I don't doubt it. Probably takes place in Minecraft. But let's talk about Back 4 Blood. Actually, you know what? I know that somebody had a question in chat regarding rates. I think, hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can find it. I want to make sure I don't miss it, but I think it was Elk in the City said how much would I be looking to buy a whole stream package? I'll let you. I know you're probably not going to talk about that now. You'll probably message him later and talk about details. But do you have like a ballpark for people like that who are looking to get interested in getting something like that?
Whole stream package is a loaded question. It depends on the streamer, and I think that's a good thing. A kind of a good thing is because it depends on the streamer, what you would need, how many screens you would need. Because like on my stream, I have screens for everything. If I go into a retro game, I've got a retro screen that has like maybe me down here, the chat above me, and the game in the center, because those games were like 920p, like a really weird size.
Right.
So if you need that screen, if you need additional screens on top of that, um, and I wouldn't say that it like that stuff adds up. That's not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily the right term,
Right.
but I would work with anybody who reached out to me to just get a feel for what they need and then give them a ballpark before we like start the work. You know, I don't want anybody to get into something they can't pay for or something that might not be worth their time.
Right.
You
I
know, I
get
don't
it.
want to
Yeah, yeah.
waste anybody's time. That's a great
It's the most valuable thing
commodity.
people have. Yeah,
Yeah,
I understand.
absolutely.
Okay.
But
Well,
yeah, so I basically visit that on a creator to creator basis, a brand to brand basis.
I got you. So it
Which
depends on the because complete stream package would be fairly in depth depending on the level that they are at, right? So, okay, that's
yeah,
fair.
and that could mean starting soon screen, just chatting, ending
Mm-hmm.
screen.
Right.
That could be three things, and
Got
three
you.
things I can get done a lot faster than the entirety of your brand. You know?
Right, right, right. I understand. So,
Yeah.
hopefully, Elk, that helps. I hope that helps you at least get the answer you're looking for. I know you can also reach out to him. Here, I'll put the link in chat. Um, you can also he obviously streams as well, so you can check that out too. There's the link in chat if you guys have any questions and things like that. Here's my other question. I wanted to ask you: do you do any video editing? This comes from Kip and Joshua Kip. She wants to know how much does it normally cost to pay a video editor to edit a 20 to 30-minute video from a 4-hour stream VOD? Do you have any kind of information on that?
Ooh. Um. It okay. It depends. Let me ask a counter question.
Sure.
Are they doing it continuously, or is this one video?
Probably, I would assume one off. I'm gonna assume a one-off thing.
Okay, then I'm guessing you would probably pay them hourly, typically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and at that you might be looking at anywhere from like I would assume this is probably what I would say,
Mm-hmm.
like 10 to 14, and
Okay.
I could probably get it done in like 2 hours.
Gotcha. Okay. So okay, yeah,
But
that's fair.
also, I don't want to talk for everybody in the field. That's
Yeah, that's
probably
you
just what
personally.
I
Yeah,
would.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's your guesstimate. I understand that. Yeah, yeah, and of course that comes at different levels of expertise as well, right? You know what I mean? Like
absolutely.
if you're a
Yes.
god tier editor, you're going to be obviously probably sought after, and you can charge more given the work that you've done in the past. But
Right.
so hopefully Kip, that works. She also said both, please. So what do you think the other one would be if you did it consistently?
Consistently, I would say probably still by the hour, but you could probably talk to somebody and figure out a like a working rate, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like if they're continuously your editor and that is what they do for you,
Right.
you could probably talk to them about some kind of understanding. Um I don't know. As far as video editing goes, I do dabble in that field, but like emotes, it's not my main focus per se.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. You know how to do
So,
it.
yeah, I know how to do it. I can get the job done,
Right.
but I'm definitely not going to be the best person for that job.
I got you. Okay. Cool. 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 That's something I'm running into is I myself don't know how to do it, but it's one of those things
Right.
where I would love to have a backlog of edited channels, but it'll take me longer. It'll take me longer to edit the video I streamed to edit the video. So I'd be streaming for 6 hours
Right.
like I
And
normally do.
something you could also do is if you were looking to save a little bit of money is chop that up yourself and then maybe approach somebody and be like, hey, I've got 30 minutes worth of content. There
Mm-hmm.
might be a weird cutoff at the end,
Right.
but if you could figure out anything to maybe make this part one and the next one part two,
For sure.
you'd probably save yourself a little bit if they don't have to go in and do that.
Right. I got you. Okay. Cool. Well, that's fantastic. That's something that I want to um, potentially get into, and I think it's important. Somebody, I'm not going to bring up who it is, but somebody we both know and watch their content always mentioned, and I agree with, is keeping your eggs in multiple baskets. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But that's something that I think is important. You know what I mean? There's different avenues. I think TikTok is a good way to get content out there.
Absolutely.
I mean, you could blow up on TikTok.
Completely agree.
I think that YouTube is obviously important. It has a place in everybody. If you go watch a video, you're not going to use a separate website. I'm going to go watch a YouTube video. You're not going to go watch a Google video, even though they own YouTube, but you know what I mean.
Right.
So I think it's very important to put your eggs in multiple baskets. But even if you disagree with that and you change your complete philosophy like some people do and you completely abandon that, that's okay too, I guess. But, you know, it is what it is. Is there a game that you are streaming offline that you don't want to stream? Yes, this wouldn't be the first episode and things like this if it didn't happen. I love it. Hold on. He didn't like that question. He was out of here. Oh man, like we need all these different mirrors of me. Okay, so this is now turned into a one-man show. Hold on, let me see if we can get him back. Hold on, let me see if
Hey, I'm back. Hello.
Oh my goodness, hold on. Let me see if I can get you. Is your camera on right now?
No, let me do that. Well, what a time for my internet to cut out. Sorry, chat.
That was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Hey guys.
There we go. We're back now. Hey, welcome back.
Like I said, live to hard drive.
Kip was saying, haha, he didn't like that question. And that's fantastic because once I asked it, you're like, and I'm out of here. See you later. Goodbye. Oh man, that was great. But yes, let me repeat. Did you catch it?
I did not.
Okay. So is there a game that you are playing offline that you don't want to stream? That you would just want to keep strictly offline?
Ooh, Teardown.
Teardown. Okay.
And RimWorld.
RimWorld. Oh, I know. Okay. I know what Teardown is because we have talked about that. So that's fantastic. Why is it that you don't want to stream that? Is it because they're too in depth?
Teardown, yeah, and I'm kind of just playing around with mods right now, and I don't feel like me personally it would be good content.
Right, I understand. Okay.
And also, I don't know that my computer could run Teardown.
That is
and stream at the same time.
That's fair.
There's a lot going on in that game.
Isn't that the one with like everything's pixelated and everything has its own block and?
Yeah, it's a voxel physics game.
That's right. That's the terminology. There it is.
Yeah, so very CPU heavy.
Yeah. Oh, so if you blow a lot of stuff up, you're looking at okay. That's yikes.
You're looking at a lot of problems.
Yikes. Yeah. As somebody who doesn't have I'm not over here rocking an i9 and a 3090. I'm kind of working on the stuff that I've been working on for a long time now. So I get the struggles. I completely understand the struggles. Yeah, Kip says he doesn't want to say he's playing Rust without us. Yeah, he's got a bunch of hours in there.
I think the 141 is from our playthrough of that game.
That was a lot of fun. That was some good times. Good times in Rust.
I love worlds that you can get lost in. And that's why things like Teardown, even though it isn't as big, you have a lot of mods that you can put in and play around with. As the modding community over there is kind of new.
Yeah. Okay.
Same thing goes with RimWorld, which is a story-based game where you progress a story that you're basically writing. Similar to like a D&D aspect, kind of.
Got you. Okay.
Except it's more like 8-bit-ish type of art.
Okay. Well, fantastic. Well, I did want to, real quick before we move on, I did want to mention that if you guys are interested in anything that Hermes is doing, if you want to reach out to him for artwork, if you want anything done like screens or even emotes. I know he said it's not his strong suit, but he will, he does have the capabilities to do it. He's proven that and done those for me. There is the link in the chat that I put for, twitch.tv/HermesAkumu, or you can go to the panel that I have in the about section and it takes you straight to his page and you can contact him through there as well. Moving on a little bit here. Do you have, I was going to ask you about movies, but movies have been a little weird for the past 14 months, right? So is there a show that you kind of have fallen in love with that people may or may not know about? It could be extremely popular or maybe like a weird Netflix show that you don't want to tell anybody about.
Or even a YouTube series? Actually, it's kind of a Twitch series.
Yes.
Yes, what I'm talking about.
It can. Yes.
I am in love with Critical Role. from Matt Mercer and friends.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's a good time. I lose probably 16 hours a day watching it.
That's fair.
You could call me a critter.
Is that
But
what
yeah,
they call
Critical
their
Role
people
is
who watch them? A
yeah,
critter?
critters.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, dude. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh, that's too clever. Okay. So that's D&D obviously, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. So um another avenue I don't know anything about, but that's okay. Um so
We gotta
okay,
get you to play Beach.
I
Beach
would
has
love
never
to.
played Dungeons and Dragons.
I would love to try it out at the very least. Give it one. Well, how? Okay, so for somebody who is starting out new in D&D, how do you get like how? What's a good amount of test plays? You know what I mean? To be like, hey, am I even going to enjoy this?
Most DMs will give you a session 0, which is basically where you roll your character and maybe go out on a one mission I don't know, like 4-hour game where
Okay.
you roll and just get started and get your feet wet in the world.
Okay.
And then you can go in and be like, okay, this is our campaign, this is what we're doing, that kind of thing.
I gotcha. Okay.
Really depends on the dungeon master you're playing with, whoever's in charge of your game. For those who don't play D&D.
No, yeah, I've never. Yeah. I know that we have a mutual friend that is wanting to start that, and you guys have convinced me to do it. Watch, I will. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think it'll be a good time. That'll be a really, really good time. So is there? I wanted to ask about. You recently had your 1 year on Twitch, and that was what, a couple weeks ago, right? Last week, maybe.
Yep. Yeah. Last week.
What are your thoughts on your year going? Like, I don't know. Did you have any like? I guess maybe pulling back the curtain a little bit. Did you meet any goals or expectations that you may have had? Did you meet those? Did you fall short? Did you exceed those? I mean, is there anything? Like what's your overall feeling of the previous year that you had on Twitch?
I feel like it's been a great year. I'll be honest. Considering everything going on in the world,
Right.
I feel
Right.
like
That's fair.
I feel like not only just for me, but for others, Twitch was the place to be. Twitch blew up this year.
Yeah.
I think this is an awesome place for social people to thrive, meet awesome members of a community that they can build.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's been great. I unlocked all 5 of my emotes, even though I didn't know I had done that, which was kind of weird.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, so that's been fun, remaking new emotes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like myself as well as you and our community group of friends,
Right.
I feel like we're all in a very good place.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going places.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's been obviously with 2020 and going into even 2021, it's all been a little weird and stuff. I get that. And I think Twitch kind of served a beautiful spot. You know, hey, oh shit, we have to be at home, right? It's you have to be at home, you have to stay indoors, which then the internet is what it is, and it's a beautiful place, also can be a very, very terrible place. But most of the times, you get to pick where you spend your time on the internet, so you can decide that. 2020 weird. Right. I would say that Twitch is a beautiful place, right?
Yeah.
And I know it's very popular at the point to make fun of, not make fun of, but shit on Twitch a little bit, right? When they do something minor.
It's easy to be a critic.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree. But I think the people that we've met through our, I don't want to say our communities, but you know, our individual communities that have bled into each other's, is people I would have never known otherwise, right? I wouldn't have walked past these people on the street. I wouldn't have walked past, you know,
right,
any of these people on the street because they don't live in the exact same city that I do.
Right, they could live all the way across the world, and you have met them because of Twitch.
exactly, which I think is fantastic. I think the possibility.
Sorry,
What's up? What do you got?
Elk just made me laugh.
I just came here from marbles. My guy, Elk, hell yeah. Um, I so it's crazy to when you sit down and think about the amount of people that we've met. Um, I would consider a lot of people friends. You know what I mean? That's still a weird terminology for people that you actually haven't met in person, but it is true. I mean, they're friends.
Right.
And you know, friends isn't just a physical thing. You know what I mean? Not by any means. Um,
Right.
it's people all across the world. I need that the fact that I stream during the day. I have a ton of people, a large audience from Germany, the UK. I had Spain, you know, Italy. I've got a pretty healthy.
I mean, here at home too, as well as in the United States
Right.
and just outside of our Midwestern area.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yes, yes. Yeah, so it's insane. Like I mean, uh it blows my mind when I think about it because like I said, I wouldn't have met any of these people otherwise. I think the same goes for you. Unless you go to random cities and walk around in the streets to try to be like, hey, how are you? Do you stream on Twitch? No, exactly. You're not going to do that. Especially in 2020 and 2021. You're not going to go up to random people and get in their space. You'll get slapped a lot of the times.
I will say this: it is crazy that now during 2020, you can talk to people and be like, "Oh,
It's
I stream on
2021, by the way.
Twitch." Well, yeah, this year, these years. But now after 2020 is what I should have said. You can go to people and be like, "I stream on Twitch," and more of them now will know what that is, and you don't have to be, "Oh, that thing with Ninja," you know?
Right. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, that thing, Dr. Disrespect, or you know, it's not
Yeah.
necessarily it's not necessarily people driven now. It's more the platform has more of a larger uh place in people's minds. You know what I mean? Not even if it's just a
Right.
little, you know what Twitch is because of everything.
And for better or for worse, for good news or for bad news, you know?
Yes, exactly. Elk wanted to know. Let me see if I can get. He said, "Did you get my favorite tech software question?" Let me see if I can find that for you. But oh, is there a certain equipment or software Hermes cannot live without? I think I already know. Go ahead.
Um, ooh, loaded question. Because I feel like
Split
the
it.
answer's a lot.
Split it between
Okay.
a hardware and a software program or something that you can't live without.
Okay. Hardware is probably this screen right here that you guys can see. This is a. Let me not get it wrong. Let me
I
look
will
the
let you
box.
guys know that I was a big part in the reason that he bought that. So I want that on record. Thank you. Go ahead.
That's true. This is a Canvas 22 Plus. This is a art display. This allows me to do a lot of the artwork that you see done by me. It's a drawing tablet and lets me work in vector art and be able to draw that, which is freaking fantastic. A little bit of a price point on that, but
It's an
it's a
investment
good
for
time.
sure.
Yeah, it's worth it. After you get it, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Especially like if you know how to use it and if you pair it with software. Nice segue.
Let's go.
Like Affinity Designer, which is my favorite designing suite. The Affinity Suite is it is everything Adobe does with a single price point. You pay one time. I'm a big advocate for the Affinity Suite,
Mm-hmm.
and I like to jokingly hate on because I wouldn't be where I am without Adobe,
Right.
but jokingly hate on the Adobe suites as they make you pay month for month. But I anybody wanting to get into the art field should absolutely check out the Affinity Suite.
Okay.
They're very nice.
So you said Affinity Suite is your software, and then your
Yes,
hardware is going to be the Canvas something 22.
Canvas 22, Canvas 22 plus.
22 plus. Got it. Okay. So that's where all your art's going to go down and things like that. Those are
Yeah,
fantastic. I've seen a lot of people use some of the more expensive what is it? iPads, right? I've seen people use iPads and things
yep.
like that and those. But that seems really really hefty and awesome that you put it on an arm, which is fantastic, I think.
Yeah, the arm was a must as it this baby took up half the desk.
Yeah,
So
I can
I had
assume,
to get
dude.
that hanging.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I was going to say that segue that you just did definitely makes
Yeah.
me feel like we haven't been doing this for 46 minutes and we've been doing it for 46 years. It was well done. Well done, I will say.
Thanks.
Um, so if you had to, we actually had this conversation. I wanted to get a little bit more into it. We had this conversation the other day, and you were mentioning the fact that you're starting to realize that you're purchasing more games on PC than you think you ever have before.
Yes.
Given you had an issue with your Xbox Series S, some of the you had a tech issue with that,
Right.
which is getting fixed, which is great. Um, do you? Is there any specific reason, or what are your top couple reasons that you are switching more so to PC now?
I enjoy the PC gaming market
Okay.
because no matter what your hardware is, if games ever say a game step up in the future and it's going to be 8K, like that's what everybody's gaming in, and you have to have this graphics card.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could probably still play those games without the 8K, but you could upgrade your PC at any point in time if you have the money to do so.
Yeah. True. True.
You
True.
have the financial, if you're in the financial situation to do so.
Right.
So, uh, being that you have that game and can upgrade to the best of the best at any point in time,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I've been doing it. Is
Okay.
because I feel like I will at some point reach in the tech area where I can enjoy those games to the best of their capability.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So you're saying you like messing with this stuff, like the tech and the options, and fumbling
Yeah,
with the
I would say
anti-aliasing and the
yeah,
shadows quality, and oh, I want to tweak this just a little bit. It'll look a little bit better. So you enjoy that, is what you're saying.
and that also comes from my history of if a game has on Steam strictly, if a game has a workshop with it, I will mess with that.
Okay, so your
Because
curiosity drives you a lot too.
absolutely, yes.
Okay. Hmm.
Because workshop content is typically very fun, if not to just jump into and check out.
Right. 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 Okay. So what's a game that you're currently using mod support on?
Currently, what? I'm sorry.
What game are a mod support? What is the current game that you're using mod support on?
Currently Teardown as it's new. I feel like I think they launched their workshop last month or
Mm-hmm.
this month, one of the two.
I got you.
And watching the modding community grow, even though I'm not in it, I don't make mods. I don't pretend to understand how that works. It's
Right.
a little bit outside my
I
realm.
understand. Yes.
It's very cool to watch grow. Like I am using a portal gun in a game that has no business having a portal gun.
That's pretty fantastic. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The possibilities, I think, is what really drive people. Right. That's has to be it. It's just the fact, like you
Yeah.
said, portal gun in a game that doesn't have any association with portal whatsoever.
And also, when you can shoot a portal on the wall and it shows the 8-bit background around it, that's cool.
Yes, that'd be fantastic. Okay, so Teardown seems to be in your library and at the top of all your games for the moment. Um, is there a game that you go back to and you're like, I need a fix?
uh, Gary's mod.
Gary's, which is
For
just
that
completely mods, right? Is that not right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's the whole game.
that kind of makes sense. Gary's mod, another game I haven't played. I played a little bit of it. That's where the original prop hunt took place. Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. And I know that Gary's mod tool is, or the mod. What was it? The mod gun is in Rust. Yes.
Tool gun. Yeah.
Tool gun. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty cool to see.
I guess. I mean, this is. I don't know. What did you think? What do you think of the whole thing going on? This whole show. This whole like atmosphere. Yes, it'll be ironed out a little bit. Wait, hold on. Let me see. What do you think? What do you think the direction for this show should be? I want to ask everybody that.
I think we should get branding done.
Okay. Obviously, I'm
And,
sitting in a black background, so yeah, I think something.
Beach, can I self promo a little bit?
Of course, this is what it's all about. Hell yeah. I was going to ask you
And,
what you have coming up soon, so I mean, if that's going to lead into it.
And if you want to check out twitch.tv/HermesAkumu, in about 4 hours.
Let's go.
Uh, I will be working on split screen branding.
Oh
That's what
shit.
I'm doing
Okay.
tonight.
Okay. Well, holy shit. That's fantastic. So yes, if you guys want to hop over there, Hermes will be live. You said, do you have a specific time? I know you said about 4 hours.
6 p.m. EST.
Okay, so a little 3 hours, a little
3 hours,
over
yeah.
3 hours. Okay. So if you guys want to hop over there, that'd be beautiful. Check him out. Have fun over there. Going to be doing some art as his whole direction is going to. Real quick before we go, I do want to. Kip has one more question. She says maybe you
Yeah.
all talked about this, but what are some goals that you have that both you have when it comes to content creating and other ventures? I will let you go first.
I want to be, and this is a big thing for me. I want to be the like if anybody has any questions at all, I want them to be like, "Hey Hermes, what do you know about this? What do you know about this?" And I'm getting there, but I want to be like the person that people look to when they have questions because I love absolutely adore sharing knowledge. That's what I'm here for. Like uh I'm currently in the background of everything I'm working on a tool that streamers are going to be able to use to find whatever they need. Any questions that they might have, they can go into. It's currently built into the Discord API, but they can go into this Discord, and all this Discord does is answer their questions. It's not really where you talk to people, but if you have questions, you can react to something, and then it spits out a few answers for it, and then leads you in the right direction.
That's fantastic. Kim says, "Well, Hermes, I'm going to blow up your DMs now." Kappa.
Sounds
Anyways,
good.
yes. So I know we've talked about. Is it too soon to mention the thing that you have in works for at least avenues for people to find stuff? Your other side project, if you will, or
That's
is
what I
this
just talked about.
this is the same one? Okay, it's
Yeah,
something.
that's the same one.
This was brand new as far as what I heard. But so this is going to be an avenue for you to, including new widgets, things that have updated. If you want, hey, this is great for your chat icons. Here's this one. Do you like this style? It's going to be all that kind of stuff as well, right?
Yeah, so you can there'll be like different options. Do you want chat interactivity in your games? Do you want a widget that helps you on hypathons and keeps your time counting?
Right. Okay.
Do you want something to appear on screen that shows coffin dance when people spend their points on it, which happens on my channel?
Yes, it does.
Where
It's
you
my
can go
favorite
to
one.
find stuff like that.
It's my absolute favorite one. Okay, great. So it's going to be kind of a wide array of different things that you're going to including, not necessarily stuff you're working on, but avenues that they can take to find something for their channel, right? That you're familiar with.
It'll be a library of knowledge that
Great.
You can use.
That'll be really cool. Awesome. Any other goals that you wanted to touch on, or is that kind of the main one for your?
And just growth in the in the glitch, as they call it.
As the kids say these days.
But I feel like, yeah, as Twitch self claims.
Okay.
But yeah, just I feel like if I focus towards that and put all of my energy towards that, that other stuff will come naturally.
That's really cool. I think I've got high hopes for you. I think you're
Thanks.
You're definitely driven. Definitely good at what you do. I've gotten multiple compliments on all the shit that has been on the channel. If not the new stuff we have now, old stuff that we had back in the day, minus the first ones that I just bought a package from. I don't know who it was. I'm not a big fan of it now when I look back, but it did serve a purpose. I know we've talked about this.
It was VBI in their early days,
yes.
But I do enjoy VBI.
It was obviously good at the point when I bought it because I enjoyed it, but then now looking back, I'm like, holy shit, was that just not the direction I wanted to go in now? But I guess to answer your other question about me and goals that I have, for me personally, I recently made the switch to doing this full time. I think for me, this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. This is what makes me the happiest outside of hanging out with my family. But if I'm going to turn anything into a job, this is the place that I want to be. I want to be on Twitch. I want to create content. I'm starting to get into TikTok. I'm starting to create stuff more on YouTube. I want to experience video games with others, right? There's a reason that I have You know what I mean? The open door almost. It's 90% open minus spoilers of the playthroughs that I go through. I extremely enjoy people to be like, "Hey, have you checked this out? Have you done this?" And I'm like, you know what, I have not, and that kind of creates a bond to me right off the bat with people, and that's kind of what it's all about. I would be lying if obviously I wanted to be able to support myself and contribute to my family, but that's not my decision. That comes with, you know, everybody else and liking the content that I'm putting forward, and that's kind of what it's comes down to, right? I'm not going to sit there and ask you to sub. I'm not going to sit there and ask you to, you know, I am beyond grateful for the things and the people that come through to choose to spend their time on my channel, if I am live or if I'm not live. If you looked at it, you were interested, and that's all I care about. That's kind of my whole philosophy is, if I'm putting forth a good enough effort and a good enough drive and good enough content for you guys to actually want to choose and spend your time there, I'm already halfway done at the completing what I want to do. So, my goal is to be able to continue to do this full time. That won't be doable without people that have hung out and you guys all in chat, and obviously Hermes helping me out with all the stuff. So when I say I'm grateful, I don't want anybody to take that lightly, because I am deeply grateful to everybody who hangs out and even puts one word in chat once a day or even once a week. That's my goal, is to be able to create connections with everybody, make this kind of a standard living for myself, and build a hell of a community that has a good time and can share positivity. I know that's kind of cliche, but it's true. I mean, who wants to have a negative community, right? Nobody does.
Right.
But that's my goal. I want to take all of my content to the next level each and every single time. That's what comes about with this whole creation of this split screen show, is I want to do more stuff. I don't want to just sit in the bottom right of a of a screen and play a video game for you guys. I want to connect. I want to have fun. I want to do cool content. I want to invite a bunch of other people onto this show that hopefully are streamers or even have an interesting story to tell. That's kind of what it's about. But yeah, that's a little long-winded, so I apologize. But that sums it up.
And I want to help this guy do all of that.
Appreciate that, Hermes. I've got one hell of a community behind me. And it's never just me. Discord is not my Discord. It's kind of the Discord for everybody who's in it. I just tend to pop in and say hello and do all that kind of stuff. I want everybody else to enjoy it, you know, do their thing. But yeah, this is something I want to bring on more people. Hopefully you'll be coming back, Hermes, as much as you want. We can always do 3-player split screen. That's easy. You just got to put one up at the top and 2 on the bottom. Easy. We can do that. It's no problem.
True.
But I think it'd be a lot of fun. But do you have anything, final words, anything upcoming for you that you wanted to talk about?
Just tonight on twitch.tv/HermesAkumu, we'll be working on branding for this new split screen venture that Beachhead is going on.
Oh.
Besides that, catch me Wednesdays and Fridays on the same handle at 6 p.m. EST. And you guys are 1 in a million. Thanks for having me, Beach.
Beautiful. Hey, no problem, man. We're definitely going to do this in the future. I want to make sure that we make this happen. If not on a regular basis, but at least, you know, once a month at the least, right? So I appreciate everybody hanging out. Thank you guys so very much. I am going to be live on Monday. I usually take the weekends off. Sometimes you'll get a surprise evening stream. We have a stream-a-thon coming up on Friday, which is going to start at 8 a.m. and go, fuck if I know. I'm probably going to cap it at 18 hours because I do have to be alive the next day, which is going to be fun. But we're going to be doing a bunch of different stuff. I bought a game called House Flipper, which we're going to be checking out. We're going to be playing marbles. We're going to be doing Mario Kart. We're going to be 48 hours. Oh, my goodness.
Come on, Ludwig, you can do it.
I wish. Oh, my goodness. Well, yeah, so hopefully if you guys want to come out on Friday the 30th, 8 a.m. to at least 8 p.m. And then if you guys want to extend it after that, that's kind of up to you guys. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming out. Thank you. If you guys have feedback, please DM me or in the Discord or anything. That would be absolutely fantastic. I would love to hear any feedback. It is going to be changing and evolving as we go. But but I appreciate you guys kind of sitting through all the growing pains for the first episode. And so what happened? Let's recap real quick. So we I don't have a background that I couldn't get to work, so that's great.
Gnarly rated.
Gnarly rated when I was in my Be Right Back screen, so that's pretty great. So I appreciate
But once
everybody.
again, thank you for that.
yes, thank you, Gnarly, for the raid. That was fantastic. If you are still here, if not, anybody who came through, I deeply appreciate you guys doing that as well. If you guys hung out, thank you. Hopefully we'll see you in the future. Gnarly's a fantastic dude. I've been hanging out in his channels quite a bit. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a good time. But that being,
can I add something to that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We also did this in the Cyberpunk 2077 genre the entire time.
Okay.
So maybe change your categories, kids.
No, this is Cyberpunk. Here, hold on. Let me. I was gonna throw a background. I don't have it. All right. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Oh my gosh, you guys are fantastic. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hermes, thank you. You've been fantastic, buddy. And
thanks for having me.
We will definitely we will definitely see you guys in the future. Adios, everybody. See you later.